Alright, new patch, new cards, new deck, new leader. Very exciting. We're going to be using the Batman That Laughs in conjunction with Poison Ivy for our discard and destroy deck. This deck is high top of mid-range, more control-y than anything else, and I've had a lot of fun in the games I've played with this deck. I think it's great. It's so much fun. It just controls the board. It controls what they want to do. This is the deck list we have so far. Kind of the first version of it, so I'm sure there's room to tweak, and we will tweak as we go along, but so far it's worked out. Early game, we got our Brainiac Drone, our Hugo, Partners in Crime, Nissa. You'll see a lot of Parting Shot throughout this deck, as there is a small Parting Shot package in this, because our big man, FELIX, wants to eat the Parting Shots, and we reap even more value, because FELIX is indeed a 5-star card, and we will show that off in these games. We also have a little bit of aggro in the beginning, just the Man-Bat to help control. We do have the Lord Deathman, because we also have a slight discard package in this deck in regards to Giganta and Cupid. I think Giganta is such a good card, as it is just a 7/7 for silver, and that's a lot of stats for the cost. It's a lot of good board control, and we have some early things that we don't mind to give up for Giganta. We put in our Flytrap, our Gentleman Ghost, which is another great card that is new. I think it's just good to tick them down, and they kind of want to take it out with a spell or something like that. And if they don't, we just keep hitting away. It's also nice when he gets the buff from Appetite, and he is a 3/2 that is hitting the face every round. We have one calling, our Man of the Hour FELIX, a Captain Cold for a little bit more control, especially against those darn Doomsdays that are running around out there. We have our Solomon Grundys, another excellent deck, another excellent card for FELIX to eat, because we just get our Grundy out. We put in a Bigger They Are, which it feels like this card is winning us games. This is a really good card. I don't know if I want to put a second one in there, but one is a necessity. Got our Friends in High Places. Our top end, we have our new and improved Brainiacs, which is very exciting. This card is finally a big enough threat that playing it on gold doesn't feel so bad, and it feels like you really get a lot out. And when you Friends in High Places it's a 9/10 that draws you cards. That's really good. We have Deathstroke in here. I think Deathstroke is an underrated, sneaky good card. It's can attack multiple times around. As long as you play it and then trade into something and kill it, it gets speed, more or less. And if you can clear 2 things, then it gets to attack twice. And when Deathstroke clears something, he also gets to attack again. So you can really work Deathstroke, and I've really been enjoying it. We do have a Ladama in here, and I actually think this card is the weakest card in this deck, just because it doesn't have a lot of gold top end. I'm not sure what I want to put in its place. Maybe a second Lex, maybe... I'm not sure. Maybe slot in other Friends in High Places, but Ladama is here just in case. I don't have a Massacre. If I had a Massacre, I'd put that in instead of Ladama. But either way, this is the deck. We've had a lot of fun. I got 3 games to show you. The last game, I didn't have my mic on, so I'm going to dub it. So for you anime fans that watch dub, this one's for you. Let's get to the games. Alright. Aquaman Harley. Great to see it. Alright, the Trick or Treat. We don't need the Giganta, but we have our FELIX. And in FELIX we trust. Oh, we got the FELIX and the Nissa. That's so good. We might not have anything to buff in our hand, though. Unfortunately. Maybe we lead off with the Trick or Treat. Try to get him to draw 2 cards. Try to get us to draw 2 cards instead of him take the 6. He'll probably take the 6, though, so early on. So yeah, we lead off with the Trick or Treat. Oh, the Punch and Jewel. Oh no. Alright. We'll lead off with that. Not ideal, but that's okay. What's he going to choose? Eat the 6? Or give us 2 cards? If he gives us 2 cards, we're going to run away with this game. Alright, fair enough. That's probably what I would have done too. Harley to 12? Round 1? Are we an aggro deck? No? Maybe? Oh gosh, that's a thick board. That's a thick board. So we're going to play our Hugo and our Nisa. And then next round we'll play our FELIX. Hopefully come back with the plant help. We'll see. The Cupid. Okay. Do we knock Aquaman down or do we knock Harley down? I say we knock Harley down because we don't want her to trade with our minions. We'd rather their minions trade. Let's see where our plant goes. Well, no, let's try to get our plant to go in front of one of the leaders. So we want to guarantee to block the one of them. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we got plenty to trade with. We're going into our big FELIX Foss, the 5-star card turn. Great, the trade. That's what we want. Does he send 6 of Batman? Oh no. The Aquamans, even better. I don't know, 5-2, that's okay. Still all going according to plan. We'll trade with that down. With our Rabid Robin. We'll swing with our Nisa once. And then we'll give her the... Maybe we just give FELIX. Maybe we just whole hog it from the beginning. And give the FELIX the Chaotic. And Flurry. I kind of like that. Alright. A lot of ropers today. Gigant's is pretty good. We can only play one. If we can only play one, we're gonna play FELIX. That gives everything in our hand a big buff, though. So we'll use the 2 here. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna give FELIX the Chaotic and Flurry. And then we take out the 5-2. You know, even if FELIX was just a silver 8-8 Chaotic Flurry, he might be good enough to play. That might be just a big enough dude to play. Oh, it's so good. Oh god, we have just a thick double silver turn coming up. He might just go face. I don't know. Or he can all in on the FELIX. But I don't know if Harley wants to eat the 8. Harley eats the 8, we might go Cupid instead. If not, we're gonna Bane and then Giganta. And just get rid of our Cupid, I guess. Unless we draw something we'd rather get rid of, which we very well may. It'd be dope if we draw Lord Deadman. And then we just double dip over 2 rounds. We might even double dip next round if we draw the Lord Deadman. As opposed to the Bane. But landing 1 Bane on Aquaman is just disgusting. Alright. What's your trade gonna be? Or are you gonna, the bigger they are, FELIX down? Oh, you're gonna eat it all. Man, look how much of a target FELIX is. He's so good, they're willing to drop to 2 to take him out. Alright, Mantis that's pretty good. Ah, and he kills Ivy. That's really good. He has 8 though, which is bothersome. We don't want to get rid of the Appetite. Maybe we do Cupid? Because the 8-8 really doesn't matter. Well, it might. I mean, he leaves the 8-8 up, and then he has to send Black Manta into Bane, which isn't ideal. Then we Appetite next round. Or we Cupid. Even if we Cupid and clear one, the Cupid still dies. So we'll get rid of the Cupid. And then tuck the Bane in. We'll just leave the Batman open. At worst, he takes 8, which is quite a bit, but if he takes all 8, then we just run Bane into Aquaman and cripple him. Definitely could use some more draw. We really could draw our draw. That would be great. Ah. Superman's a problem. Especially if he double trades in. And the 1-1 on top of it. It's really good. Man, if we could draw a bigger they are, that would just be perfect. Oh! Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, so Bane obviously needs to go into Aquaman here. Man, but then he still has 3, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. That really pushes it. He might have got on us too quick, which is super unfortunate. I mean, the Robin takes out Harley next round. Then we just have to kind of worry about the board here. We're gonna have to draw something meaty. Ah, that's meaty. That's meaty enough. The Brainiac? Or the big Lex? Lex has more health. And he draws us a card anyway. Now let's go with the Lex. Ah, Lex. Did you save us? Maybe we have to leave the Harley up one more round. Oh gosh, who do we give the Chaotic to? Do we give it to Bane? Bane at worst clears 2 things. Alright. Oh, alright. How do we trade, though? I think we... Do we leave the Harley up? Maybe just see what Bane does first? Because you want this Rabid Robin, I guess, to either go into the Queen or go into Harley. We could have it go into the Queen. Or you'd use the Giganta to take out the 2-2 or the 5-5 and then see what Bane gets us. Yeah. Take out the 5-5. Let's see where Bane goes. Oh, we would have known that we had it. Oh, I hope he doesn't have a bazooka. Oh. Oh, the Mara, that's pretty good though. It's gonna be hard for him to play a 5 or over though with all things considered because of the appetite. Oh, we might hold on and eke this out just with these big dudes. Oh, that's alright. That's doable. That's doable. Alright, give me something good. Give me a Deathstroke. That's not a Deathstroke. I guess we have to play them both, though. Alright, Bane. Alright, Bane. Come on now, big man. Come on now. Ah! Alright, so obviously we take out the 4-1. Oh man, we gotta live one more round. No bazookas. I believe. I believe. Alright, we'll take it. Come on now. If he had the bazooka, he plays it immediately, right? Ends the game. The Giganta, we did it! We did it! FELIX did it! Nice! Nice! Alright. Big Daddy Bane, you get the final hit, right? Alright, Luthor, do it! Oh, yes! Nice! Ooh, Black Adam Doomsday. Got some heavy hitters in this one. Mr. Freeze is going to be good later. He's not going to be good immediately, but we got to keep our bronze. Oh man, we're going to come at him like an aggro deck. And we got Big Daddy Bane, in case we need him. When we need him. Do we take out the Amy with the Man-Bat? Or do we let the Amy maybe trade into Man-Bat? Yeah, they're Trick or Treat. So we have our round 2. We have options in round 2. Yeah. Let's go face. Then maybe the Amy just randomly trades into the Man-Bat. Because that's a good option. Worst case, we just eat 3. We trade into the Brick with Man-Bat. He's probably looking at us like we're an aggro deck. Which isn't bad. Alright, alright. One of the better case scenarios, I think. Oh, both Banes. So we Mr. Freeze the Doomsday. We play the plant, and then we Trick or Treat. Seems reasonable. Let's see where the plant goes.
Time to start branching out.
So we just don't get our Mr. Freeze ability? That sucks. Quite the glitch. I wonder if it'll randomly do it at the end of turn. Just don't get it. That's rough. Oh, it puts us back in her hand. What? What? That's unfortunate. I guess we need a bronze to play on the silver turn, but like... I don't know. Feels bad. Double into the plant? I'm alright with that. Alright, Mr. Freeze. I need you to work this round. Because you have to protect the jewel that is Big Daddy Bane. Do we give Bane Chaotic? I don't think we do. We really need Bane to hit where he's going. We really need Bane to hit the face. That's the problem. So much so that I don't even... Well, we have to get through this. We have 2 Banes. We're alright. Do we just hit the face instead of the Brick? Brick's just a 1/1. I'll take that. Little clearing after this one. We can always, the bigger they are, to take out anything big and then play another Bane. Or actually, we'll probably play a Captain Cold next round. So that way Doomsday, we can have a little reprieve from him. Ah. Makes the thick Brick. Ah. He's probably like, I got it. No Bane here. But little does he know, Big Daddy Bane shall not be denied. Play our Captain Cold. Push our button. Hit the face again. Look at us controlling. Look at us controlling. The grid. Maybe trades with the Robin. That's okay. We'll just trade to the plant. Or he bigger they are as our Bane. Either way, I think I'm okay with this. If we can keep the Captain Cold alive, we will. We do get an Appetite next round, though. We could also Deathstroke. Oh, gosh. Look at him. Working the Bane's Venom. It's probably the right choice. Well, we can still finish him. So I hate to bigger they are the grid. You know, we can Deathstroke, bigger they are the grid, or we Appetite bigger they are. Either way, I don't think it matters. We can get some value off Deathstroke though. Let's get a little value off Deathstroke. Show him off while we're here. Even though this dies, we want it to die on our pace. Oh, so we need to attack with Deathstroke. Ah, he doesn't want it! Ugh, look at Deathstroke, he was ready. He wasn't ready for all the Deathstroke value that was coming. And the Bane. Nice. Nice. Alright, so looks like Batman, Aquaman here. Pretty good. Got a pretty crap starting hand. We need some bronze for this deck to work. We did get our Big Daddy Bane and our Gentleman Ghost, which is a pretty good leadoff card. We also got Big Daddy FELIX, which is the crux and pinnacle of this deck and deck building, if I do say so myself. So yeah, their turn. Unfortunately, this dub is only going to be so good because we're missing the critical gameplay analysis of the live reaction of what is happening. And though he plays the Arkham Guard, it doesn't matter for our lovely gentleman. Did not get a very good turn 2 either, unfortunately. We do go for Batman first. Batman's a little more threatening just because of all the gadgets and value he generates, while Aquaman is threatening in his own right. It's just every 3 as opposed to every 2, and I think that's why we went for Batman first. Drops the Alfred, and we are setting up for our big FELIX Fox Silver Bronze turn next round. And we're debating right now under which one is it going to take out, because that's what we don't know. We find out shortly which one it takes out, because it doesn't matter, because of the Batarang. So, actually ideal that the FELIX is going to take out the Brainiac drone, because we get the card draw with it. So really good. We get our plant here, and we get to play a Hugo as well and knock Aquaman back one. So really solid this bronze silver turn. FELIX does what we ask him to. We build our board, and we draw an extra card. Hard to beat, really. And then we have that big body 8/8 on the silver bronze turn, which that's why FELIX is so good. That's just such a big body for them to deal with so early on. They either have to really expend resources early and kind of clears the way for the rest of our game, or they just eat the 8 every round, and that's a lot to ask someone to just sit there and eat. This guy also played really slow. He roped almost every round, which was kind of insufferable, honestly. There's no point. You don't need to be roping every round just for kicks. It just feels bad. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. No point in it. It's just to frustrate your opponent. But he didn't rope this first one. He'll rope later on, but don't worry, we cut that out. We didn't see those. You guys don't have to deal with the roping. So our double silver here, we debate a little bit on how we want to go about this, because we'd really like to drop Bane here, but at the same time, we also have our Batman who laughs, so we do get our Rabbit Robin on the board. We're also looking at the bigger they are to clear out the Robin, so that we can not have to deal with the charges, because the charges on these Batman Aquaman decks are just so strong to be able to continually generate that. So just kind of debating what to do. Guess we go ahead and use the Joker's ability, and then we're like, man, where do we put this? And we put it on our FELIX, because him swinging for 8/8 and then being a 10/10 at the end of the round, or a 10 whatever life he loses, is really good. We think about swinging, but we're like, we're gonna take out this Robin first, and we're just gonna dominate these tiny minions with our FELIX. Went the right place that we wanted it to, then it doesn't really matter on the second one. So we're like, well, do we want to swing now, or do we want to go ahead and clear what he has? Because if we clear what he has, we can definitely get the 8 damage into face. So we decide to take the Ivy, and our Rabid Robin, I believe, to take out the 2-1. Nope. Looks like we use Hugo to take out the 2-1. And then we face, and we let Fate decide, as Fate chose Aquaman to hit. Since we have one left, we could either play the Bane, or we could Friends in High Places here. And I think either play actually might be right. The Friends in High Places sets us up for our gold turn a little better, but since he doesn't have a board and we do have a board, we went ahead and chose the Bane, because that way we can try to knock Aquaman back and break his back, per se. This is a dangerous turn for him because he does get all of his resources, both silver and both leader abilities, as we giggle because FELIX is just so big and beefy and he's hard to deal with. FELIX really is a good card though. I expect to see a lot of him flying around any Anarchy deck. Maybe not any Anarchy deck because you have to build or any Tyranny deck because you do have to build around him a little bit, but that's alright. So he takes out that. He also pops the Bane, I believe. Yeah.
Still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
And then we're like, oh man, is Batman gonna eat Bane to the face? Because that would just do what we wanted. But alas, I don't believe that's how this turns out. So Aquaman to the face, Batman to the face. I think he just leaves Bane up and heals. Calls it a day. And then he ropes the rest of the round after doing that. So we do have Bane. We get to choose kind of what we're going to do. We let Fate decide, and Fate leads us in the right direction yet again. We go ahead and let it decide again. Do we roll the dice again? These are the decisions, the tough decisions. We know we're going to go Bane to Aquaman though and set him back, which pretty much cripples Aquaman for the rest of this game. There's just, I mean, we're 5 turns away from him doing anything big, so we weren't too worried about that. We try to send our FELIX to face. FELIX takes out the arrow, which isn't bad. And then the Friends in High Places draw. We get to choose what we want to do. The Lex, such a big target, such a good Friends in High Places draw. The Brainiac would be really good though, because it'd be a 9-10, and we would get a draw every round. The Lex only gets us to draw this first round. The Deathstroke's not on the table right now. If we would have maybe Friends in High Place first before we traded, then Deathstroke would have been a really solid pickup actually, because we would have been able to attack with him twice, which is really good. We settle with the Lex. We drop him in to protect the Bane, because if we can Bane Batman, then we just absolutely cripple this guy for the rest of the match. Not that without Aquaman, he's not already at a huge disadvantage. But, yeah, we draw our Trick or Treat, which is really good. I think this is the only time in this run where we get the draw value out of Trick or Treat. All the other times we drew it early, which really shows, I think, the flexibility of Trick or Treat. When you drop it early, a lot of times they're going to eat the 6 and put him behind. And then when you drop it here later, because they're kind of already low, they can't really take the 6, so they force you to draw the 2 cards. And since they force us up to drawing these cards next round, we really kind of pull ahead even more than we already are. Even with Cyborg here, it doesn't matter. It's insurmountable whenever you just have so much card advantage over the other person, and you have a board. It's good, man. This deck really, really operated how I want. We also get a little bit of our discard value here, which is exciting. I think it's cool because between all 3 of these games, we've really shown off all the aspects to this deck. Just debating where to send Lex in at here. We could definitely trade it with the Queen and clear the way. We could have also taken out the fish, but we'd prefer to break the Batman's back and then go ahead and finish him off, leaving an Aquaman and 2 things on the board that doesn't have a leader ability and can only do so much. So we really controlled this match really well through this whole game. We got the 6 random on the fish. That's so good. And then obviously our only play, we're not going to delete anything on our board, so we're going to Trick or Treat here. And Aquaman at 7 like I was alluding to, he can't take the 6. That drops him to 1. That's a worse position than he's already in. So we force him into giving us 2 more cards, since we didn't draw with Lex because he attacked this round. Yeah, look at that. We get the treat, draw our 2, and we're just kind of overwhelming this dude at this point. There's just not much he can do. He can drop the Batwing, try to eke out a little value here with his Cyborg, but the result is the same. Aquaman can attack, but does he really want to into any of this? Yeah. This match went really well. We just squeezed off his resources. I mean, he managed to take out our Bane, clear our plant, but there's only so much that can be done. And being at 5, yeah. I mean, he has the 1 that he can. He has the 1 Cyborg health left, but it just isn't quite enough. And we overcome him this last round with the Batman Who Laughs, taking out the Cyborg, clearing the path for Cupid to hit the face and win the game. And then we celebrate. Hooray, yay, we won, congratulations, let's go.